Hi everybody, it's Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy and welcome to today's live Starseed numerology readings. Excellent. So we're actually going to be doing some fantastic date of birth readings for you today. So I'm going to be looking at the date and time you were born and looking at your influences so I can find out a little bit more about you. You know, what are your strengths and weaknesses? What are the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures? What are, what's your personality blueprint? What are, what's your soul origin and direction? I'm going to be looking at all of that today and doing some live readings for you. It's Friday, 9 o'clock West, between 9 and 10, every single Friday during the COVID stuff that's going on. I'm offering you these insights into, the person that you truly are and what you're here to do. So it all starts really with familiarizing yourself rather with, with actually your mission here, as a sensitive empath. What's your purpose? Do you know what it is? Have you figured it out yet? Are you still in the process of trying to work it out? I mean, I know a lot of you now are starting to wake up to your own divinity, and that's such an encouraging thing to see for me, because I know that we all have something really special about us, and we just have to tap into that. We've all got these superpowers, and sometimes to be able to unveil those, we've got to kind of decode a bit of information first, and that whole decoding is the fun part, I think. So that's why I look at your date of birth as a starting point, so that I can kind of understand what's going on for you on a mental, emotional and physical level, and then I actually look at which color mirrors, which is the system behind me here, are very beneficial for you to help you to rebalance. So we've got Jesse James here. Good morning to Haley as well. Hi Haley. Rebecca Nolan's here as well. Nice to see you here as well. Fantastic. So we're going to be doing some readings. I'm going to try and get through as many of you as I possibly can today. I've got quite a busy morning this morning, so I've got straight on the back of this. I'm doing a couple of discovery calls with some clients in America. So, and I'm also doing an interview today as well with a lovely lady that I've been working with as well. So yeah, so it's going to be really, really good fun. Lots of exciting things coming up for you with the Dreamtime Academy over the next few months. Interviews with some amazingly influential and wise and incredibly insightful people. So watch out for that coming up as well as part of the Wellness Uncut series, where I'm interviewing a lot of people who are authors of incredible mind expanding books. So yeah, so you can really learn a lot more through the wisdom that comes through during those interviews as well. We've got Shannon Chowdhury here as well, and Sahina Yasumi. My date of birth is the 27th of the 3rd, 1965. You missed it yesterday. Oh, and the Canadian Violet, that's a sweet name. And you'd like your husband done, right? Haley, I'm going to go for you first here, because you're such a loyal and dedicated dream timer. So you get the first one. So I'm going to do that. All right. And then I'm going to choose somebody else. So I'm going to, what's your husband's name? Oh, it's Jason. Okay. So Jason. So this one's for Jason. All right. So you can play this back to Jason, Haley, if you want to, if he's open to it. I know a lot of men tend to sort of be a little bit skeptical, don't they, of this type of thing until they get their own proof, and then they become like avid converts in a lot of cases. So, so yeah, so if he watches this back, and Jason, if you are watching this back, please make sure you keep an open mind, because it is actually a very, very accurate science, so it's not just me making things up. I'm not just plucking information out the air. I'm actually using a tried and tested system. It's called Pythagorean numerology. Okay, so the more you learn about it, the more interesting and fascinating it gets. Oh, he's there. Okay. Right. Okay, so Jason, actually you've got an interesting day number, right? You're a day number 29, which actually it comes back to an 11. Okay, so that's a master number. 11 is a master number. Okay, so this means on a day-to-day basis, you're actually here to guide humanity forward in some way or another into the golden age of Aquarius. So I know it sounds a bit mystical and a bit woo-woo, but actually you've chosen quite challenging path in your life. You know, the 29 relates to grace under pressure within the color mirrors system, which is a combination bottle which is deep magenta and deep turquoise, and it means that you are the Olympic spiritual athlete. So actually, you know, for your soul to evolve, you've chosen, you know, sort of to come in and actually experience some quite you know, some challenges, some things that other people might find quite difficult to overcome. But actually the purpose of that is your last look at issues of duality. So it's helping you to identify that you are God in a body, fundamentally, or the divine, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, we don't really like labeling things God because it's a bit religious, isn't it? So so I'm having a look at this for you. Now, you actually got 3 9s as well in your chart, because you were born on the 29th of the 9th, 1980. So I'm going to show you what your chart actually looks like, Jason. So it's 3 9s, an 8 and a 2, and there we go. So all right, so you are a little bit skeptical because you've got the arrow of the inquirer. See this arrow there, which is the lack of the 7, 5 and 3. It means that you are skeptical of any new concepts until you get your own proof, and then you become, you know, you'll kind of sing it from the rooftops. You'll be like, oh, I totally understand and I believe this, but you have to go through that process yourself. So sometimes it's things that can't be scientifically proven. You can be a little bit skeptical of until you get your own proof, as I say. But you see these 3 9s here. The 9 is very wise, okay, because it carries the weight of all the numbers that go before it. So 9 is it's somebody who's very ambitious, very idealistic as well. So you can look at the world through rose-colored spectacles and often see, you know, the good in everything, but also, you know, you're here to be of service. So you're a humanitarian. You want to help people. So, you know, you've got this great sense of responsibility and idealism, and then this wisdom as well that comes along with the 9. So it's a lot of fire energy. 9 is Mars, the planet Mars, which is fire energy. Then you've got the influence of the 8 there as well. And the 8 is you're very independent. You like to be in control, and you're possibly very organized as well. You make a good money manager. You do struggle to talk about your feelings a bit though, Jason, because you've only got 1 1 there. Okay, and you've got no 5. So you don't know how you feel a lot of the time from the center of your emotional plane, but you are very intuitive because you've got the 2. So your masculine and feminine energy is present there, but actually there's a restriction around how you express yourself. But you are intuitive. So, you know, you are sensitive, but you just sometimes maybe react to emotional situations instead of responding to them. You've also got this, what's called the arrow of frustration, which is the lack of the 4, 5 and 6 running up the spine of your chart. Now, this arrow really is about, you know, difficulties during childhood. So it could have been that your mum and dad's relationship didn't survive, or it could have been the fact that, you know, you find it difficulties in relationships sometimes. So Haley, I hope he's treating you nicely. And yeah, so other than that, you know, it's like, you know, sibling rivalry that could come up in earlier years, or it could even be like ill health or something like that. But difficulties during that initial part of your life. You're a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 18, 27, 28, 29, 38, 8, 9, 10. You're a ruling number 11 as well. So duality is the bottle that comes up for you twice. I'll just double check that's 9, 10, 18, 27, 28, 29, 38, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so this is your bottle. Duality, it's the last look at issues of separation. Okay, and we've got to recognize that, you know, life is good and bad. It's black and white, it's light and dark. But actually, when you look closely, the dark aspect is magenta. It's deep magenta, and magenta is the power of divine love. And actually, when you recognize that the clear and the dark are the same thing, that they're both connection to source, you can let go of judgment. Okay, so it really is about letting go of judgment of God that got you into this mess in the first place. So there you go. So hopefully that made sense for you. Now I'm just going to have a little look now at your personal year cycle. So the way we work this out is we look at the month, the year that we're in at the moment, which is 2020. So that adds up to a 4 plus your 9 and your 2 and your 9. So it's 9 9s, 18, 9, 20, 24. So you're in a 6. So we travel in 9-year cycles in Pythagorean numerology. When we get to a 6, it's all about the home, and it's about being creative within the home. So it might be that you want to decorate the home, or maybe it's about reinventing yourself and the way that you look. So a different way of appearing. But it might be, you know, just the fact that you are worrying or being a bit more anxious this year than usual, because obviously the 6 has both positive and negative connotations. It's about home and family and creativity when it's positive, but when it's negative, it's the opposite of that, which is destruction. So, if you are living negatively, then it can manifest as worry and anxiety this year. But more than anything else, I would say that for you to help to rebalance, obviously you are here for a spiritual purpose, whether you know it or not. Remember, a lot of 11s never fully grasp their true purpose in life. So if you can, that'd be great. But it could be that you go through challenges in order to get there. But you need some balancing and grounding, because you've only got one number there on the physical plane. So I actually feel for you that maybe some red energy would be really beneficial. Okay. So there you go. So hopefully that's made sense for you, Jason. Let us know what you thought, Hayley. Is that something that's resonating with him? Now, I'm just going to have a look through some of the other comments that we've got today. So we've got AJ Fleming that's here and wants to have a reading today. Jessie James as well. And she'd like one for either her or a partner, loyal to a fault. And Raven is there as well. Hello, I'm very well, thanks, Raven. And Rebecca Nolan, if time permits. Okay, fantastic. So yeah, so we've got Rhonda's there as well. Brilliant. I'm going to go up to have a look now at I'm going to look at you, Sahina. I don't know if you can hear that. Started raining cats and dogs. Hello, Ma. Hi from Texas. Do you know what? You're the second person that I've been communicating with today from Texas. I'm just liaising with a lady from Dallas in Texas who owns a spa there. So I don't know if that's you or whether you're somebody else, but yeah, fantastic. Okay, so Rhonda Burton says, I put my birthday in wrong. Sahina, I'm going to go to you now. Sahina, okay, so you're the 27th of the 3rd, 1965. Are you still there, Sahina? Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 9, 6, 5. 9, 6, 5, 2. I think I've got all the numbers in there. There's quite a lot of numbers that you've got on the 7s there as well. Excellent. Okay. So I'll show you what Sahina's looks like. So you're a day number 9, Sahina, and you're a 9, 10 as 21, 24, 26, 33. I like 33s. It's actually a ruling 6 in Pythagorean numerology, but it derives from a 33, which is like mastering love, and a personal year for 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 is a 7. Personal year 7. All right. So this is it. Hiya, Michelle Hutton. How are you? He said, very accurate. Thank you very much. He does have an optimistic view in everything and coaches people for a living. We have 3 11s in our house, all at different stages of growth. Fantastic. Well, I'm really pleased that you're utilizing the power of your 11 there, Jason. That's awesome to see. Good for you. And coaching is such a rewarding profession because it really does help raise the vibration, and that's what we're all here to do, after all, isn't it? We're all here to raise the vibe and envision a positive future for this planet in amongst all the chaos. So yeah, Sahina, there you are. So Sahina, this is Sahina's chart. There you go. There you go. So Shannon says, I swear Texas is coming up around me everywhere too. We've been thinking of moving there, and this may be why it's coming to me. Yeah, absolutely. Michelle says, I'm a 33 too. Great. So this is going to apply to you as well then when we talk about this, Michelle. All right. You often find that people come in waves as well of different ruling numbers, and it's because you're here for a reason. You're here to pick up the information that I'm giving off. So Sahina, right, you're a ruling number 33-6. So we're going to start with that. So 6 is Venus energy, which is the planet of love, and this is ruling number 6. So this is pink over pink. So Venus is love. Unconditional love is the color pink. And so, in the color mirror system, Venus is all about unconditional self-love, and actually, looking at all aspects of that. And this is about romantic love as well, and harmony within relationships and partnerships. Obviously it's about mothering energy as well, so pink is very mothering, but it's very creative. So actually for you, Sahina, you're a very creative person, but you're here actually to master love. So to not only understand and to learn to love yourself unconditionally and other people, but also you're here to recognize your divine aspects as well, that you are divine love, living out this temporary human experience. So the 33 is powerful, but remember what I was just said about the 6 is that when living negatively, the 6 can get quite destructive, or it can worry, or it can become anxious. So you've got to make sure that you're utilizing that beautiful creativity, because it will really, really help you. Now you've got 2 arrows in your chart, Sahina. You've got the arrow of intellect there, which is the 3, 6, and 9. This means you've got a very overactive mind. So, so it stimulates the memory, the imagination, and the analytical side, as well as your creativity. And with this arrow, it's quite an interesting arrow, really, because it means that it can affect your long-term memory. All right. So, sorry, your short-term memory. So your long-term memory may be quite good, but your short-term memory might not be as good as your long-term memory. So you might not be able to remember what you had for tea last night, but you remember, what all the kids' names were when you were at primary school, that sort of thing. Okay. And also you've got the arrow of determination as well. Actually, you've got the arrow of the planner as well. I've just forgotten to put that one on. So you've got this one here, which goes up the side. The 1, 2, and the 3 is called the arrow of the planner. So for you, it's important to know what's coming next. You like strategies, processes, procedures. You like to have a tick list, so you like to know what you're doing. And also you're very determined and persistent. So when you set a goal for yourself, you are the sort of person that wants to achieve that, so you'll find the energy somehow to be able to finish and complete your projects instead of starting and stopping. So yeah, you've also got this arrow. You've got loads of arrows, actually. So you've got the 7, the 5, and the 3, which is called the arrow of spirituality. So for you, you are very aligned to all things spiritual, anything that's like mystical or woo-woo, it's you all over. And with this, it's like you like to investigate the deeper meanings behind life. It's very important to you. Now you're a day number 9, and 9 comes in, and it's actually it's a fire energy. So 9 is a ruling, is a Mars fire energy. So this is the bottle here, which is red over orange. So it's a very beautiful, sort of rich, fiery energy that comes in there. And that's your humanitarian side as well. So for you, it's very important that you do and say what needs doing and saying, instead of being meek, mild, and humble and getting angry and frustrated. So expression and communication are very important to you. And actually for you, there is a bit of a restriction around how you communicate. So it might be that sometimes you find it difficult to find the right words, but you do know how you feel, but sometimes you just can't express them properly. So I actually feel like for you, this year in particular, if you're not living your purpose, it can be quite challenging, because you're in a personal year cycle 7. And, we travel in these 9-year cycles. When we get to a 7, it's known as a Mack truck year. So it means that if you're not living your purpose, then the universe will come along and it'll slap you around the face, sometimes quite hard. And it'll say, look, you need to wake up and you need to start doing your purpose work. Because if you're doing something that's out of alignment with that, it could be that a breakdown can happen, and that can either be an awakening, a midlife awakening, or a breakdown of some sort, or changing of jobs, or just things just changing abruptly and suddenly. So it can be quite a challenging year if you're not living your purpose. If you are living your purpose already, then it doesn't necessarily have to impact you in that way, which is quite interesting. So yeah, for you, very active mind. You've quite left-brained, actually. And all of your day number is a 9 and your ruling is a 6. They're both mind numbers as well. So what I would say is that for you, even though you do know how you feel, I'd be working on your pink energy, this ruling number energy, this mastering love, and bringing your awareness down from here, where we all think our awareness is there, don't we? But actually we need to bring it down into there, into our heart center. So hopefully that's made sense for you today. Let me know, leave a few comments in the comments section below and let me know what you thought of that. Now remember guys, I am only just doing basic insights during the lives, and if you want something that's a little bit more solid and a little bit more well-rounded, then I'm offering these personalized starseed numerology reports, which look at your date of birth plus your living name as well. It compares the energies from the two. Also looks at your starseed origins as well. So what starseed what planetary system that your soul originated from after it left source. It looks at your peak years of maturity as well, because we have 4 of those from different, we all start at different times, and that's fascinating to look at. And also all of your color influences. So it looks at all of the, you know, the arrows of individuality, which help to reveal your personality blueprint. And it's sensational. So it's a really well-rounded report, and they're on for just 39 Australian dollars just until the end of this month. So we've got another day or so of this offer being. So if you want one of those, just message me afterwards and we can send one through. Fantastic. Well, there you go. So excuse me, we're going to go on to the next person now. So I'm just going to have a read through the comments again, and I'll go to somebody else. So there, Michelle, so you would have understood that about the 33 there. We've got Loyal to a Fault said, my son was born on September the 26th, 2002. Be nice to give him some insight. It's a great idea, actually, Loyal to a Fault. Jesse James, I had a sudden and fast awakening at 33 when my daughter was 3 also. Interesting synchronized numbers. 3 is a very powerful number in numerology. Okay, it seems to mean things are shifting. All right, when the 3 presents itself to you. And there you go. That's nice. Sahina says, thanks so much. Did it make sense to you? Did you identify with that? You've got some very nice positive arrows and traits in your chart there, Sahina. It's really, really nice. Excellent. And then we've got Ma, and we've got Rhonda Burton. Okay, I'm going to go to you next, Rhonda. Okay, so I want to go to Rhonda next. All right, so let's have a look. All right, Rhonda, I'm with you now. Okay, so you're the April the 3rd, 1968. 1968. Excellent. Alrighty, so we've got the 8, we've got the 9, we've got the 6, we've got the 3, we've got the 4. 9, 3, 6, 8, 4, 3, 1. Excellent. So you're a day number 3, Rhonda. You're a day 3. You're a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 9, 24, 28, 31. So you're a ruling 4. And you're in a 8. You're in a 2, a personal year cycle 2. So this is what yours looks like. There you go, Rhonda. The shift hit the fan, says Jesse James. Absolutely, the shift definitely hit the fan, didn't it? Okay, so you are you've got the same arrow as Sahina. You've got this 3, 6, and 9, which is called the arrow of intellect. So the same thing applies for you. You've got a very active mind. Okay, so it's always thinking, you know, it's the mind plane. 3, 6, and 9 are mental numbers. 2, 5, and 8 are emotional numbers, and 1, 4, and 7 are physical numbers, 3 planes of existence. So your numbers, a lot of your numbers exist on the mental plane. So it's activity within the mind realm, imagination, memory stimulated. Remember the thing about long and short-term memory with this arrow? Your long-term memory is possibly better than your short-term memory. You're actually very independent as well. So the 8 is organization, control, and independence. And it relates to Saturn energy, which is old father time. So it's about releasing judgment fundamentally as well. So if you make a good manager, you struggle a little bit as well. So I've got a few of you guys that are here today, and girls are struggling a little bit with their communication, how they express their heartfelt truths. Now for you, because you don't have a 5 in your chart, Rhonda, it means that sometimes you can struggle a little bit to communicate how you feel, okay? And that's okay, but you know, we can cure that with different colored vibrations, such as the color mirrors. That's why I work with the color mirror system, because they are intuitive vibrational remedies which help you to clear patterns from your cellular memory. And what we do is we bathe in those remedies. So we actually pour them in our bath, or we get them massaged into our skin, and they go in and they actually change the lie that's caught within the cell and replace it with the truth. So we can clear things very, very quickly and anchor it into our physical bodies. Now, if any of you guys are interested, I'm putting in an order with the Color Mirrors HQ in South Africa later on today. So we've had a bit of a COVID lockdown, so I haven't been able to get hold of the bottles for quite a few months, but we've now got the ability to get the DHL started shipping again from South Africa to Australia. So if you want a bottle, now is the time to order. So I will leave a link in the section below, so you can go onto my online shop, have a look through all the different color options and pick the one that you're most attracted to. Okay, and that's the way you do it. It's a self-diagnosis system. So I don't tell you what you need, you tell you what you need. It's about empowering yourself to find your own solutions. All right, so yeah, they're a bit of an investment in yourself. You know, they're not a cheap remedy, but that's because they work. All right, so they're priced at 60 Australian dollars plus postage and package, obviously, but you know, they work. All right, you feel shifts with them instantly, unlike a lot of other vibrational remedies that I've been using. These are little powerhouses, little colorful bottles of joy that will completely transport you into the 5th dimension instantly. So there you go. So we've got Rhonda, we've also got a 4 in your chart as well. Now the 4 represents your physical and practical abilities and the material aspects of your life as well. It's a bit like an 8 in the fact that it's about organization. So you're actually somebody who's very organized, Rhonda. You're a day number 3, so your mind is very stimulated. You're quite whimsical. You like poetry, lyrics, music. You like to be involved in things that are a little bit less serious. So you're quite light-hearted. There's probably a lot of joy and cheer and laughter and stuff around you when you know, and I feel like, you know, you're an entertainer, quite sociable as well. The 3 is very imaginative. Okay, the memory is stimulated as well. So it's a mind number, but it's also got this beautiful, creative, whimsical side, and they like to help people within the community. Now, your ruling number 4 is you're actually quite practical. All right, so this carries the most weight in your chart. So your ruling number, guys, you've got to remember this, is more powerful than your day number. Okay, so your ruling number really gives me the most information about you. And for you, Rhonda, you're a 4. 4, if you think about the 4 as being a square, okay, it's like a house. So it's solid, you know, it's fixed. And the 4, you know, is very grounded. So it likes to work with its hands. You know, it's a builder. It's that sort of energy that comes through. And often a lot of 4s make good teachers. So 4 energy is, you know, you like the material aspects of life. You're quite practical. The physical plane is stimulated, you know, so it's accumulation. You like to have nice things around you. And 3, remember, day number 3. So I'm going to show you these bottles. So this one is number 4. Okay, so this is your ruling number, which is Uranus energy, and Uranus is the planet of the future. So it's also about change and disruption of old order. So what we know about Uranus is that it likes to break down old patterns, systems, people and places and ways of doing things. So for you, it might be that you go through that throughout the course of your life, yet where you're letting go of all those solid things that are no longer serving you, so you can step more into joy and release the fear. Now, your day number is Jupiter energy. Now, as I said about the 3s, they like expansion, but they do have to learn to self-accept. So for you, Rhonda, you have to go through a process of actually believing believing in yourself, all right, and accepting yourself unconditionally, because Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, okay? So it wants expansion. So you want it to expand and grow, but sometimes you have to do that through disruption of old order in your lifetime. And in this year, you're in a year cycle 2. So you're in a personal year cycle 2, Rhonda, this year. And the 2 is very much about doing the inner work. So 2 is feminine energy. It relates to the moon. So you need to go in this year and you need to do meditations. You need to, you know, do some personal development, and you need to work out what's going on behind the veil within yourself. All right. Excellent. Hello, Christina Shams. Hi, nice to see you, Christina. Ashley Shams is here as well. Nice to see you, Ashley. Lovely to see you. And Christina Shams, are you Ashley's sister by any chance? More Texan energy. Hands up if you're from Texas. I know there's quite a few people in Dallas and Texas here at the moment. So if you are, there you go. So Rhonda said, fascinating. Thanks, Hayden. It is fascinating, isn't it? And it's a genuine science, this as well. You know, so this isn't me just making up a whole load of gobbledygook. This is real shit. All right. Oh, you're the older sister. Excellent, Christina. You brought your family with you. Oh, that's lovely, Ashley. Fantastic. It's so awesome that you're coming on to my level 1 color therapy course on the 21st of June. It'll be 20th for you in Dallas, Texas. It's actually going to be, I worked out the time actually, it'll be 7:30 at night for you. So it's 8:30 my time on Sunday morning on the 21st of June. So that's anyone who's interested in learning and studying color therapy. I'm running a level 1 color therapy course. So I'm going to be looking at the psychological and analytical meanings of 7 of the colors. And so that you get an understanding about these wise principles and wisdom that can come through the language of light. Otherwise known as color therapy. It's here for all of us to learn, and that's only 99 Australian dollars for anyone in America. That's almost half of that, I think. It's not even half of that thing. So yeah, and it'll be done by Zoom tutorial as well. So there's a big group of us going to be conglomerating via Zoom tutorial, and we're going to be going through this incredible wisdom. So it's going to be really good fun. So Ashley goes, oh, I can't wait. So Christina says, I love Australia too, and your energy is awesome. Thank you very much. Well, I hear you girls are doing some amazing things as well with your business there. Teaching Reiki in Dallas in Texas, and also doing some amazing things with, I think you're involved in all sorts of other modalities as well, which is fantastic. You've got some sort of a wellness spa, which is brilliant. Good for you. Sahina says, hi, Hayden. I wanted to say I felt Jesus and God energy the other day. It was amazing and mind-blowing. Beautiful. Well, you see, that aligns beautifully to the person that you are. You know, from your reading, you are somebody who's very connected. All right. And Jesus is definitely around us. And you know, Jesus was actually Pleiadian. Did you know that? So Jesus and Mother Mary, they were from the Pleiades. That's right. They were. So yeah, they've got this beautiful energy. I'm in Perth in Western Australia, Jesse. Yeah, that's where I am. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next person now. So let's have a look. I'm going to have a look. I wanted to do Loyal to a Fault, your son Stephen, September the 26th. Now, the reason I'm doing this one is because it's quite an interesting one. When we look at people that were born, you know, after the 1900s, things change quite a lot. And the way we can kind of, I don't know, understand this is because, you know, people are changing. Our consciousness is expanding. And of course, we're becoming more feminine, so actually becoming more androgynous. So, you know, as we go on, we'll become more like a Syrian culture where, you know, people won't be able to know whether they're masculine or feminine. So all of that male-female struggle and balance is going to go. And actually, we're going to be more aligned to just androgyny, you know, so that we all, you know, we haven't got all the, you know, all that stuff where there's all these power struggles going on. Nobody wants that anymore. It's boring. Old news. That's what I say. Old news and boring. All right. So I'll make myself laugh. Okay. So just having a look through again. Divine feminine energy is rising. Absolutely it is. Yep, it really is. Okay. So just having a little look again through here. So Stephen. All right, so this is little Stephen, who's not that little anymore, is he? He's 2000. Okay, so 26th of September, which is a 9, 2002. All right, so I'll show you how this works. So he's got the equivalent of 3 2s in his chart, and a 6 and a 9. Plus he's got that arrow there, and he's got that arrow there. Okay. All right, so he's a day number 8, and he's a ruling number 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 21. It's a ruling 3, and a year cycle 4, 13, 15, 21, 3. Okay. There you go. Hi, Rebecca. Nice to see ya. So right about sexual orientation. Absolutely. You know, it's becoming more androgynous, you know, so it's actually people, there's no such, you know, that whole heterosexual notion is like, oh, if you're a guy, you've got to be with a girl. If you're a girl, you got to be with a guy. You know, it's more like fluid now. So it's like, it doesn't really matter. It's just, you know, love is love. It doesn't really matter. what you go for, really. Sexuality is insignificant because we're just beings of light, fundamentally experiencing ourselves. So we've got all of this now, so we can see they've got the 3 2s there. Okay, 3 2. So he's very sensitive, is young Stephen, and he's got this feminine energy about him. So he's very sensitive and intuitive, possibly psychic. He might be the sort of person that resonates with children, other children, or animals, you know, so he'll be very empathic. He might feel the way other people are feeling. Sometimes this can be quite heightened. It might be old people, you know. So it's like when I was a kid, I used to go running up to all the old nanas down the high street in Stokesley, and I used to kiss their hands. I used to kiss the back of their hands and go, "Oh, I love you," like that. And they always used to go, "What a lovely young boy you are." And I'd be like, "Oh, that's just natural for me to do that sort of stuff," you know. But it was, you know, this, you know, is like that sort of innocence and energy that comes through with Stephen as well. So he's actually, you know, he's very creative as well. He's got the 6. He loves his family, and actually, I feel like as well. But he, you know, he just needs some grounding. So he's got the arrow of disorder, which is this one here, which is actually where there's no numbers there on the physical plane. So you really do need to work with some, because he's one of these crystal children, and they come in and actually, you know, they kind of float around in the cosmos and a little bit, and they actually need some grounding. So red energy is very good for these crystal kids because it helps bring their density back down to earth. So he needs to re-anchor himself on the physical plane. So, you know, he's a 3 as well. So he's a mind number as a ruling number as well. So, you know, again, he's somebody who's got far more important things to do with his life purpose than get a 9 to 5 day job. That won't work for him. He's actually fun loving, creative. He'll love music, poetry. He'll be inspired by his imagination, his memories, you know, all of that, you know, is stimulated with him. So, you know, he's actually got a strong mind, and actually his day number 8 is very independent as well. Wants to be in control, so you have to watch him a little bit. You want to get his own way. And he'll actually make a really good money manager as well as time goes on. So yeah, so this is a great chart to look at, really. And also, you know, he's somebody who's got this arrow of the inquirer, which means that, you know, he doesn't necessarily take on board new ideas and concepts without getting his own proof. So he will remain skeptical. Not always easy, but love that kid. Good. Well, he is your kid, so you should love him. Loyal to a fault. He seems like a sweetie, but actually, yeah, he's very sensitive. So, you know, has he got ADHD or autism or ADD or something like that? Because a lot of these kids do, you know, or they get misdiagnosed with having that. It's quite interesting. They are, you know, he is interesting, isn't he, Jesse? He's a little starseed. A beautiful little starseed there. Okay, so he's in a year cycle 3. So this is a really great year for him to learn. So remember, the 3 is a mind number. When we get into a personal year cycle 3, it means our mind is stimulated. So our memory is more able to retain information this year. So he needs to be learning something. And what is he? He must be 18. So, you know, he needs to be going off to university or studying or doing something like that this year, because actually it will really help him and his personal development this year. Hiya, Amy. Amy Mayer's here as well. My birthday is the 15th of the 7th, 1960. Amy, since you've just popped in at the right time, I'm going to have a look at yours next. Amy Mayer. All right, so Amy. Now, remember, guys, if it's the first time here, I do this every single Thursday and Friday. So on Thursdays, I do color readings. On Friday, I do the Starseed numerology readings. So please like my this video. And also, if you can, subscribe to my channel and click the bell for future notifications. So then you'll know when I'm going live. Because I also do a thing on a Tuesday morning as well, between 9 and 10 Western Standard Time. And that really is Starseed Awakening. So it gives you some really practical guidance on how you can navigate into the 5th dimension. So it's about ascension and cosmic consciousness. It's absolutely brilliant. And we always have some really interesting live discussions that happen on that day. Now, if you're interested in obviously getting more information about your own chart, obviously I'm going to try and get through as many as I can today. I'm going for another 22 minutes today, but don't get to you today and you really wish that you'd had a reading, then to get a full reading, remember the Starseed numerology reports are on special, only $39 until the end of this month. So now is the time to be ordering them if you haven't got yours already. Okay, and that will blow you away. It's handcrafted 15-page report. So I actually create the reports. They take 3 to 5 business days to come through to you. So if you want one of those, it's the best time to get it. Okay. There you go. So Loyal to a Fault says, thank you so much. You're so on point as always. It's like you already know my son, Stephen. Well, it's not me necessarily. It's just this science works. All right. It's what we all are. We're all sacred geometry. And that's all numbers is. If you think about the angelic realm, it's really the angelic realm. And the angelic realm is connected to Archangel Metatron, which is sacred geometry. Numbers, colors, numbers in the alphabet all interlink, according to Pythagoras. Remember that. All right. Excellent. So Amy, let's have a look at yours. Oh, Ashley Shams. You are always giving me lots of money, Ashley. You're such an amazing dream timer. Thank you so much for that. You're very, very sweet. And of course, you know, it does always help to have a little bit of help to keep my channel going, because I've been going now for about 3 years. And for some reason, my channel has grown quite slowly, I think, in the grand scheme of things, compared to some people's. So I've only got like 2,500 subscribers, and there's over 130 videos on my channel now that you can watch that give you all sorts of information, personal development, and it's stuff that I've just been kind of doing in my spare time, really. So, you know, it's been quite a challenge to keep the channel up and running. But, you know, with people like you around, Ashley, a little bit here, a little bit there, really helps to keep the wheels turning. So there you go. So the way you calculate your personal year, AJ, is what you've got to do is you've got to look at the year that we're in at the moment. So we're in 2020, and then you add your day number and your month number. So for example, for me, I'm in a personal year cycle 3 because I was born on the 16th of October, right? 1972. So we'll do 2020. So 2 plus 2 plus the 1 plus the 6, all right, which is 16th plus the 1, and it equals a 3. So I'm in a personal year cycle 3. So that's how you work it out. Yeah. There you go. So Amy Mayer says, you're growing slow because you come from the heart. Well, we'll see. I mean, I definitely do come from the heart, but it's like, yeah, it's just interesting to see how, you know, how YouTube works, really. It has a sort of mind of its own, I think, really. And sometimes the most bizarre videos like go viral, don't they? And that's just, you only need one video on YouTube to go viral, and then the amount of people that get exposure to your videos, because it's like a big search engine, really. So the more you can share my videos, the better it is, because then obviously we get more of a chance of Dreamtime getting out there and starting to infiltrate and actually raise the vibration of the planet. So, you know, it's all for a good cause. It's all for a good cause. And thank you very much, Ma. That's very, very sweet of you to give me a little donation there to keep my channel going. I really appreciate that. You're being very generous today. You really are. You very, very sweet. All right. And Christina Sham says, I love your blue avian one. It's me. Oh, wow, you're blue avian. The Starseed videos have been an absolute joy to create, actually. I've loved it because through that whole process of investigation, I've been learning so much, and it's really been expanding my consciousness. If you haven't watched any of the Starseed personal trait videos, get into them. You can binge them. You know, you can watch them one after the other, after the other, after the other, and you'll learn all about the cosmos, all the different members of the Galactic Federation of Light, and which one you might be, you know, because we've all got one. And actually, that's what's beautiful about my reports, is that I go into the science of that and I nail down the most likely star system that your soul originated from. And you'd be surprised where you come from. I just did one for my sister, actually, because it was her 50th birthday recently, and I found out it was very, very clearly that she's come from the Pleiades. And it was just like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. You know, it was very, very, you know, whereas I'm Andromedan, so I come from Andromeda, where she's from Pleiades. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, but I also feel like I've had a lifetime through Pleiades as well. Now, I haven't forgotten about you. Where are you, Amy? Amy Mayer. Okay, so Amy, let's have a look. Amy, there you are. So you're the 15th of the 7th, 15th of the 7th, 1960. Excellent. All right, so I'm going to have a look at you now. So double one, you got a 5 there. We got a 7. We got a 9. We got a 6. Okay, I think I've got everything there. So this is Amy. Okay, yeah, I'm all good with that, I think. Yeah. So this is Amy. So, Amy, you've got this arrow straight away. You can see there going diagonally up. That's called the arrow of determination. It's a positive arrow. So it's a really cool thing to have. If you've got one of these in your chart, it means that you've got great grit and determination, persistence to be able to see your goals in life through to finality. So you're not someone who starts and stops. You don't just fizzle out, you know, like you get a really great inspiration. You're like, oh, and then it just all goes quiet. No, it's not what you do. You kind of like have the ability to be able to do it, get things done. So it's a beautiful positive energy to work with. Now you're a day number 6 person. So day number 6, which is that beautiful Venus energy that we've been talking about. And now a lot of the Pleiadian starseeds have 6s in their charts. Okay, so it's all about, you know, love. You know, they're here to express love and trust and all of that. So this beautiful 6 energy comes through for you. So actually it's very creative. So you are a creative person and you love the home and the family are very important to you. So you've got a real passion towards your home. You might have a really beautiful home, you know, to live in and stuff as well. And yeah, so you're a ruling number 9, 10, 16, 23, 28, 29. So you're a ruling 11, but you're a 29, 11. Okay. So remember what we were saying about the grace under pressure, you know, so you know, you're a master number. You're here to guide humanity forward, Amy, into the golden age of Aquarius. So you're here as a spiritual guide of some sort. And that can manifest as all sorts of different things, really. It might be that you do something from home. It might be that you do something creative to uplift humanity. You know, you're going to utilize your God-given skills and talents, but you might go through difficulties in your life, you know, like because you've come in as the Olympic spiritual athlete. So you wanted your soul to evolve in this lifetime. So sometimes what you've had to do is endure quite challenging and difficult issues. So there's a lot of guilt that maybe needs to overcome. There's a lot of dark, you know, sort of shadows that you might need to work through in this lifetime, situations that might be quite challenging. So there you go. Oh my God, some more donations. So Christina Shams has just given me 5 as well. High five for 5, Christina. You're awesome. Excellent. There you go. She said, I'm getting old. No, you're not. You're only as old as the woman you feel. Or the man you feel. So look at you, Christina Suckop. There you go. All the 9s. Now I'm a ruling number 9. So that's a great amount. Thank you, Kristen. That is a really good amount, actually. All the 9s is perfect. It's perfect. It's Mars energy. 9 times 9 times 9. I'm wearing red today as well. Mars is my bottle. Now this is a tough one, really. Look at you guys. You're just throwing it at me today. Just throwing it. Just, oh, well, let's just give him some more. Let's just throw more money at him. And you're one of the best creators on these matters, YouTube. You've asked me, your videos are top notch. They've helped me so much. Oh, Shannon, I'm so happy that you that you like my videos. Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate it. It's a joy doing them. It really is. I love creating them. Sometimes I get a bit frustrated because actually when I'm creating the videos, like I want to be word perfect. So that's why some sentences I have to pre-record, like I have to re-record again and again and again and again and again, because sometimes I struggle to get my words out. So I think I've got a bit of autism, actually. I think I have. But anyway, so I struggle. So, you know, sometimes I get quite frustrated when I'm doing it because I just want to be able to get the message out to you guys as clearly as I possibly can. So, you know, we've all got our things, haven't we? 2 days in a row. How lucky are you, Oracle of the Mermaid? 2 days in a row. Where are you watching from, Oracle of the Mermaid? Okay, so Shannon says, you can do my daughter. Okay, let's have a look at that then. So just to finish off Amy, so she's in the year cycle 4, 7 is 11. 11 and 6 is 16. 17, 8. She's in 8. So actually this year, Amy, you're going to be stepping into your personal power. You're going to be more independent this year, and money's improving for you as well. So you've got that beautiful Saturn energy around you this year, and that's your ruling number, Amy. So your duality, which is your last look at issues of separation, and this is the work that you're doing. So it's about releasing of guilt and judgment as well that comes through for you. All right, Amy, so hopefully that's made sense for you. There you go, Amy. I've never donated on YouTube. I will order from you or figure out how to donate. You are precious. You're precious. Whatever you recognize in somebody else is something that you're recognizing deep within yourself, because I'm just a reflection of an aspect of your soul. So remember that. So whenever you feel that feeling from somebody else, it's actually something within yourself. Okay, actually something within yourself that you're recognizing. So thank you for saying that anyway. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. Yeah, if you wanted to order a report off me, Amy, then you can just either email hayden@haydencrawford.com, or there's a link underneath this video as well if you can't work out how to press the donate button. There you go. That's all right, because it's that generation. You're not a baby boomer, are you? No, you're not a baby boomer. I don't think 1960s a baby boomer. You're Gen X like me, I think. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so Shannon, I'm going to come to you now, Shannon. All right, and I'm going to do this reading for you, Shannon. And it's only because you said some lovely things then. So you know how to win me over, don't you, Shannon? There you go. So you're the 27th of the 6th, 2016. So this is quite an interesting chart to look at as well. All right, so we've got the 2 2s, we've got a 7, we got a 6. 2 6s there as well. We've got a 1. Okay, interesting. Excellent. Can you please do my partner's numbers? I was just showing her my reading from last month. Fantastic. I can have a look. Yeah, I've still got I've still probably got about 20 minutes that I could, because I've got a 10:30 appointment. So I can probably run up until about 10 past. I've probably got about 20 minutes, so I can do a few more readings for you today. Okay, so we're with Shannon. What's your son's name? If you give me his name. Oh God, have you dealt with loads of hacking? Oh, bless you. It's a nightmare, isn't it? Honestly, you just have to not ignore a lot of it and never go into your spam and junk file if you don't recognize who it is and respond to anything. That's what I've learned, okay? It's quite simple. Hayden, of course he is. So he's called Hayden. Of course he's called Hayden. All right, so Shannon, he is a date number 9. He's got the lovely 9 energy as well. So he's actually a ruling number 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 22, 24. So he's a ruling 6 as well. And he's in a year cycle 10, 11, 12, 19, 1. Okay, Hayden. No, let's have a look. Where are you? No, I can't see that. Write it in again. All right, so there we go. So Shannon, Hayden is, okay, so he's a day number 9 person. Okay, he's actually got, it's interesting, his chart is very similar to mine. Okay, so because I was born on October the 16th, 1972, he's got the same numbers in the same positions on the chart. So actually, when you've got no arrows on your chart, one of your biggest lessons in life is wise assertiveness. Okay, I think I'm right. Yeah. So one of the biggest lessons is wise assertiveness. So he's going to be a very adaptable person. He's very sensitive. Possibly, he could possibly, I don't want to throw him under the bus here, but he could be gay. You probably know that anyway. But anyway, so yeah, and he's also got this isolated 7. So actually for him, might have to sacrifice in love or money, or health, one of the 3 things. Because it's isolated, that lesson might have to keep coming back round until he's learnt it. 7 is about sacrifice. When it's isolated like that, it just means that, he could love and lose, or love and keep, or he could lose money and then gain it, or something like that could go on for him. Okay. Oh, he's called Ashton Nevar. Sorry. Why did you say Hayden then spelled like that? Okay, so he's very creative. Okay, loves his home and family. He's very intuitive and sensitive as well, because he's got that feminine creative energy about him. Day number 9, he's very wise. Okay, so he's got all that fire energy about him. He's a humanitarian. He wants to help people. He wants to be of service. He's very ambitious. He's very idealistic. And he's very, very creative as well. And this year, he's actually lots of fresh energies coming in for him. So you know, I know he's only 4 years old, but you know, he is going to feel like he's going to be energized. He's going to feel, you know, like you maybe some change going on around him. So I don't know whether you guys are all moving or whether you are, you know, some sort of change is going on around him this year, but he's a sensitive little boy. He struggles to speak about how he feels. So that's work that you could be doing with him, is trying to help him come into his heart realm. So working with his pink energy to help him express himself, so he doesn't hold on to anger and stuff like that, because he'll love his mum as well. So he'll be very attached to you. I feel like he's very, very attached to you, and he's yeah. So it's an interesting chart, that one, Shannon. Hopefully that's made sense for you. Excellent. Lovely. Okay, so who are we going to go to next? Let's have a look. I want to go to Christina. There you go. I was just thinking of you then, Christina. I was like, it's Christina's time. And you're on it, aren't you? You're on it, because you know I'm looking at the bottom. You know, I'm looking at the bottom comment. Right, okay, so here we go. So the 7th of June, 7th of the 6th, 1987. Now, is this your birthday, Christina? This one's yours, Christina. Now, guys, if you're watching this, right, and you haven't already liked the video or subscribed to the channel, then please do so now. Click the bell for future notifications, because then you'll get notified when I'm live, you see, and then you won't miss out on any of the fun anymore. And you don't want to miss out. There's nothing worse than feeling like you miss out on stuff in life, is there? You know, that can be a pain. Okay, so you're a day number 7. Day 7, 9, 10, 18, 19, 25, 31, 38, 11. Okay, ruling 11, and a year 10, 17, is an 8. All right, this is it. You're a Libran. Yay, another Libran. Tammy Edge. I'm a Libran as well. Libran, Tammy Edge, October the 1st, 1973. Thanks for sharing. Grateful. Very, very welcome. Lovely Libran, harmonious seeking person you. Okay, so Christina, what we can see here is you've got what's called the arrow of activity. So you're always on the go. Christina, you like to be here, there, everywhere, doing lots and lots of different things. Always kind of like busy, you know, want to be involved in everything in life. You know, this is this arrow of activity. You're also a day number 7. Now 7 is Neptune energy. Now 7 is this bottle here, which is actually the Roman god of the sea. Neptune is Poseidon, or the king of Atlantis. It's that beautiful Atlantean wisdom that you've got access to. All right, it's that turquoise trust energy. Okay, so it's all of that wisdom from the time of Atlantis that you've got access to within your day-to-day environment. And actually, the 7 is the spiritual teacher. So this is why you're teaching Reiki, probably. There you go. So I'm a day number 7 as well. So I'm a 16. So, and that's why I teach Reiki. So it always follows suit. So, you know, you've got this beautiful, you know, you like to experience life your own way. So you have to live life through your own experience. No one can tell you how to live your life. You know, that's what, and sometimes that's through sacrifice as well. So sometimes you do have to sacrifice certain things in your life in order to do certain things. But you're a ruling number 11 as well. So you're here to guide humanity forward. So your duality bottle, which is your dark over light, this is really less busy. Yeah, okay. I'm a Hollywood agent and Reiki student of Ashley. Wow. Wow, Hollywood agent. That's incredible. Ooh, what does that actually mean? What does a Hollywood agent actually do? Are you like the person that puts in touch the stars with the other stars? Is that the sort of thing you do? I don't even know how it works. Anyway, so you've got, these are your influences. So actually for you, you know, you're actually here for a spiritual purpose. You're here to guide humanity forward in some way or another. Okay, spiritually. This is a spiritual teacher, actually. So it may be that you go into this at some point in the future, because you were born in 87, so well, you're only 30 odd. So as you go through your life, you will find, you know, that you'll be more inclined to sort of do that. But this is about looking at your last issues of separation. So you know what I was saying earlier on, is like we're moving more towards unity consciousness, a Syrian culture, which is like a collective consciousness, telepathy, you know, telepathic communication. And this is very connected with a last look at duality. So when we judge things, we fall into separation. So actually, it's about recognizing that you're not separate from the divine, that you are divine and you are all of that. Okay, so I'm just reading Oracle of the Mermaid. We need when feed ended last night, I just typed that I'm in Oregon. I'll go to Mount Shasta together because I've been synchronistically researching it the day before Ashley. Fantastic. Awesome. I love Mount Shasta. Not that I've been, but it sounds incredible. Has anyone else been to Mount Shasta who's here? Because that's their, Telos is a city that is underneath Mount Shasta in an old volcanic cone that they've carved out with sound frequencies, and they exist on 5-dimensional frequency. If you haven't watched my video on Lemuria, then watch that one. It blows your mind. Absolutely blows your mind. You get stars work. Oh, Christina, you got to tell me, which stars have you found work? Have you found any sort of A-list celebrities work? Have you found Mel Gibson any work? Keanu, maybe? That'd be interesting to find out. So yeah, Ashley, was that method in your madness there, was it, Ashley? Were you trying to get your sister, roped into the business? Yeah, that's what's happening? Jesse says, I'd love to see Mount Shasta. There you go. And Kristen says, pretty please. There we go. So I'm still on with Christina. So I'm just going to finish off, Christina. So you're a year cycle 8. So for you, it's good. More money's coming in. You're stepping more into your independence and away from codependency. So really the 8 is where you find your personal power, but also it's a year for building and recognizing that, your future needs to be built on solid foundations, because 8 is Saturn energy, and Saturn is this bottle here in the color mirror system. All right, so it's and it's all about releasing judgment as well. You're very creative. Now for you, Christina, you potentially struggle as well to communicate how you feel, even though you've got this beautiful turquoise day energy that you can access, this Neptunian trust energy, which is your upper heart center. Because you don't have a 5, you don't know how sometimes you don't know how you feel, so you can react to emotional situations instead of respond to them. And there is sometimes maybe it's hard for you to talk about how you feel. So you're actually got a beautiful energy in your chart, and always on the go. Now you've got these 2 7s down here as well. Now the 7 is about sacrifice. So this could be in your life, you might have to sacrifice love, health, or money, or 2 of those 3 things. So it might be that it could be money, it could be money and health, or it could be money and love, or it could be love and health, etc., etc. So there is a challenging vibration with the number 7, but what that means is whatever you learn from those experiences, you're then able to share that wisdom with other people, and you actually become a very good teacher. Okay, so it's mainly comedians. Fantastic. How exciting. So you must be laughing all day long, Christina. Jeremy Piven. I've never heard of him. Never heard of Jeremy. I will look up Jeremy Piven. Ma, I'm gonna have a look at you next. All right, so did that make sense for you, Christina? Did you like that? Let me know in comments. Did that make sense for you? Do you see yourself as being like that? So you've been cutting out. A friend's son's serious surgery today. He's doing great, thankfully. I'm super thankful to our awesome creator medical team, supportive friends. We'll send him lots of healing, love, and light as well, Amy. So let's all just visualize him healing. Just close your eyes and imagine him healing, coming back into full health. There you go. We just have to put out beautiful thoughts like that, and it can change everything. All right, excellent. So I'm going to have a look at who was I doing? I'm going to do Ma first. Okay, I'm going to have a look at Ma. What's your real name, Ma? I'm going to put you in as Ma. Ma. Okay, April the 11th. Thank you very much. April 1962. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got a 4. Got a 6. Got a 2. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so you're a day number 11 as well. Loads of 11s today, isn't there? 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 22, 24. You're a 6 as well. Loads of ruling sixes and loads of 11s. There's loads of 7s, 9s and 6s, isn't there? It's so strange. Mandokt, Moon's daughter. Ah, Moon's daughter. Oh, that's your name. Mandokt. That's a really unusual name, isn't it? Interesting. It's Moon's daughter. Ah, how interesting. So super cool. Okay, so there you go. There's yours. Okay. So what we can see there, you've got these 3 wands. Okay, so there's 2 very distinct types of people who have 3 wands in their numerology. There's the ones that talk incessantly, like they've got verbal diarrhea, and then there's other ones that are very quiet and they don't say boo to a goose. Which one are you? You've also got this 4, which is your practical aspect. So you're good with your hands. You're actually very creative as well. So I feel like you can be creative with your hands as well. So, you know, it's almost like you've got this beautiful ability to heal as well. You're very sensitive and intuitive. You've got perfectly balanced sensitivity and intuition. So you've got great gut instincts. Okay, so if when you meet somebody initially, you know straight away whether you like them or you don't, whether their energy is good or not. You've got very reliable intuition there. You've also got the arrow of the inquirer as well, so you don't suffer fools and you have to go through your own investigation. You know, you have to sort of look at things from all different angles before you make your own mind up about something. So, you know, it's called this skeptical inquirer arrow. It's the arrow of the inquirer. So you're not always, you know, 100% sold on things until you get your own proof. Once you've got your own proof, you are shouting it from the rooftops. This is what I believe in. What do you think? And you were able to, you know, to twist and turn people's minds about what, you know, and influence them for the better. You've got this beautiful day number 11 energy, which is your duality bottle, which is your dark over light, that we know very clearly what that's about now. And your ruling 6 energy, which is that Venusian love, the planet of love. So this is about harmony, joy, and love in relationships. And it's also about the home, and it's also connected with the community. So a lot of people who've got this 6 energy, they want to go and do some good stuff within the community as well. So you're actually quite grounded. You know, again, I would suggest for you, because you're in a year cycle 4, 8, 9. You're in a year cycle 1 this year, so you might be moving house, changing jobs, or changing relationships this year. Fresh new energy coming in for you this year, so it's great for making decisions and actually taking action. So don't sit on the fence this year, Mark. It's really good time for you to be, you know, sort of looking at outside of the box there. So many 11s around today, Jesse, isn't there? Portals everywhere. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Your Jessie says, my daughter talks incessantly. Well, there you go. Well, because you're a mother, don't you have the right to put like gaffer tape over her mouth? I'm sure you must do. So yeah, so that's what I would suggest anyway. I don't have children, so I don't really know. But excellent. I'm going to go to Kristen. I haven't forgotten about you, Kristen. Now, Kristen, you're next. Kristen. All right, I'm just trying to get through as many of you as I possibly can today. I want to give you all some insights because you're such a lovely bunch of people. But remember, please, if you want to get your report afterwards, it's the best time to do it because obviously the special offer runs out at the end of this month, and that's for a personalised, handcrafted Starseed numerology report, which looks at comparison between your birth date and your living name, and also all of the different influences of your peak years of maturity, your color influences, and your starseed purpose and origins as well. So yeah, get on board with that. They're only 39 Australian dollars until the end of this month. And there's a link underneath. So Kristen, here we go. Kristen, you're next. Your date of birth again, Kristen. Let's see if I can find it in the comments. Kristen is the 24th of February, 1985. Excellent. You've been such a great bunch of people today. I've really enjoyed being with you today. So much better than last week. Okay, so here we go. I'm joking. All right, so they got a 4, we got a 1, we got a 9, we got an 8. 8. We got 5. Okay, I think I'm here. Oh, okay, so this is interesting because there's a different arrow in this one. So another day number 6, that Venusian energy. All you loving pink people out there. Remember, pink is infused red energy. So if we infuse red with white light, it becomes pink. So all of the aspects of red get infused in pink. So, you know, sometimes that can be like victim mentality, you know, or fear of survival, or anger, suppressed anger can come up within pink energy as well. It's not all peaches and cream, but this day number 6 is very creative. You're a 9, 10, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25, 30, 29, 31. So 19, 18, 19, 23, 24, 25, 29, 30, 31. So you're 4, a ruling 4 in a day number 6 in a personal year cycle 4, 5, 6, 8, 3. You're in a personal year cycle 3. Okay. There you go. Sushi goes, I feel like getting tape at times. There you go. Just do it. Okay, so you've got the arrow of determination here. So you're very persistent again with your goals. You've got this day number 6 Venus energy that you can harness as well, which is about unconditional love towards you. Remember something beautiful about yourself every single day. You know, a feeling of not enough on the inside always reflects in a feeling of not enough on the outside. So the more we can work on loving ourselves unconditionally, the better, the more harmonious our relationships will be with other people. You've got that beautiful 4 energy. You're very practical. I actually feel that you'd make a good artist, Kristen, because you can express your creativity through your hands, whatever form that takes. And you're very determined. Now, you've got the arrow of emotional balance, which is this one here. So you're very intuitive, very sensitive. You probably love animals, children, or old people, or all of them. You're very empathic, so you actually sometimes can feel what other people are feeling. You've got this beautiful enhanced psychic ability, and actually you're very well equipped to deal with emotional situations in your life. And this arrow can present itself in lots of different ways for lots of different people, but overall it's like you can cope with emotional situations better than a lot of other people. You might not necessarily think so yourself, but you know, where a lot of other people would fall, you would be able to sort of get up, brush yourself down, and be able to cope with that, because you've got all of the aspects there on your emotional plane. So this is your emotions tick. Okay, very determined as well. You're in a personal year cycle 3, so it's great for learning this year. So whether it's vocational training or some sort of personal development, then please do it this year, because you will remember everything. Okay, and there you go. She says, I am an artist. I groom dogs for a living. There you go. Fantastic. I'm super pleased. There you go, because you're absolutely doing the right thing. And of course, you know, there you are. You've got that love of animals. You've got that beautiful creative ability through your hands with those scissors. You're like Edward Scissorhands for dogs. There you go, Kristen. And there you go. Jesse says, oh my God, I love your job. I would love to hang out with animals all day. Well, there you go. Maybe you go into partnership together. Dogs are earth angels. Yeah, I'm trying to persuade my husband at the moment that we need to have a golden retriever puppy. But I've been banging on about this for years now, and really, I'm not getting anywhere. Any suggestions? Do you think I should just buy one? I think I'd probably get kicked out if I did that. So there you go. Haha, yes, they are amazing. Brilliant. Well, look, guys, I'm going to have to go because I've got a client now at 10:30. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you. Guys, if you're wanting a personalized session with me as well, please just message me afterwards, and they're done by Zoom. And what I do is I send you a list of questions where you get to choose color mirrors bottles with relation to questions like, where am I at in my life right now? Where do I want to be? What does my life look like if this situation has been resolved? What are my action steps that I need to take to get from where I am to where I want to be? And also, what are my biggest challenges or blockages? And then the session takes about an hour. It's one-to-one with me via Zoom tutorial, and we then do some inner work based around your biggest obstacle or challenge. Okay, and I can take you on a guided hypnotic journey, really, to be able to help you find where you've hidden some of your deeper shadows, so that you can let them go and start to feel lighter and brighter, so you can align with the golden age of Aquarius and that beautiful 5D energy. So if you want one of those, they're only $49 until the end of the month as well. 49 Australian dollars, remember, as well. So if you wanted a session with me privately, then let me know after the show. Okay. Thanks for your medicine. So magical. Thanks, Ashley. It's been awesome to see you back here, and I hope your sister enjoyed her reading. Christina, love you loads back as well. Kristen says, thank you. Nailed it. Excited to learn more from you. Absolutely. Well, remember, loads of courses as well. So jump onto my website, www.dreamtimeacademy.com.au. Remember, it's Dreamtime with a double E. There's all sorts of courses that you can get involved with there as well, by Zoom or face-to-face if you live in WA. So I'll see you very soon. Have a fantastic time. Bye for now. Bye.